What up, YouTube? Today's video would be about why I no longer approach women and why I give up on women in modern society. Let's get it. So, this isn't a video about me hating women or bashing women or any of that nature. This video will solely be about why, as a young black man, that I completely give up on women and why I'm uninterested in pursuing a relationship. So, throughout my life, I've been in 3 relationships. I didn't get my first relationship until I turned 18 years old, which was in 2019. So I was a month shy of turning 19 before I got into a real relationship. And I was so new and so fresh to the relationship to the point where I was doing things that was unattractive to my partner at the time. I was too needy, I was too clingy, I didn't have high self-esteem, I had low self-esteem. And that eventually turned her away from me and turned her completely off. I pushed her away. But that's besides the point. I feel like a lot of young women of today's society are too picky. A lot of women, especially when you're trying to be a good young black man who's not into gang banging, who's not in the streets, who's not trying to cause trouble, a lot of young women see that as weak. They see you as a square. They see you as boring and lame because you don't offer any excitement. You don't have any thrill to you. So if you're a young man that just want to work, save up, and build and have a good family, a lot of young women don't want that. And that was hard for me to realize, and it took me a long time to understand. But truly, women of today, they want bad boys, they want Pookie and Ray Ray, or they want Chad or Tyrone. They don't want the smart guy who's going to college, who's into his schoolwork, that's not smoking weed or drinking on the weekends or partying. They want the cool guy, the guy that has multiple women, the guy that slept with 100+ women because he has a lot more experience. And quite frankly, I don't have much experience in the dating game. When I was younger, women would not want to be with me. When I was in high school, I was too shy to walk up to a girl because I felt like I didn't have a chance, especially the very attractive, pretty girls. I felt intimidated by them because I feel like if I go up to them, they'll reject me, they'll make fun of me, they'll call me ugly or say I was weird, embarrass me in front of everyone. So that resulted in me never asking anyone out in high school. I did go to prom, but that was with a friend. That was a girl that was my friend. Other than that, I didn't have experience throughout my school history. So then, after high school, I didn't go to college, so I would always go to the mall and try to shoot my shot at girls, and I would get rejected. And I would keep getting rejected over and over and over again. And it was always black women that I would go after. And they would always reject me in a cruel way. They would say something very mean. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. They were just very disrespectful. And that just made me not want to be with anybody. It made me want to stay to myself because why should I put in all this effort and all this energy into a person that doesn't give a fuck about me? And they're only looking at me for superficial reasons. They only want to get money out of me, or they want me to have a high status and be popular. And it's like that's all women care about nowadays is that. And when I turned 21, I went to the club and I would ask for numbers. And I understand the club is not a good place to ask for any woman's number, but I would get rejected there too. They wouldn't show me the time of day. And I say a year later, I bought me a gold Cuban link chain and I grew my hair out. That's when women showed me so much attention, when I would always wear my chain. And it just showed me that women only care about money. They only care about money and what you can do for them. how high of a social status do you have, how popular you are. It's sad because a girl in her teens and 20s probably slept with 6 guys or plus, when a young man probably only have one body, probably never had a girlfriend, probably never been in a relationship. That's how unfair modern society is towards women. And it ain't the woman's fault, it's the man's fault. These simps out here, y'all show so much attention and y'all are messing it up for everybody. A woman could get 100 DMs a day, and a guy won't get one DM in 6 months. Not one. Why do you think a lot of men, especially young men, are killing themselves? Why do you think a lot of young men are offing themselves? Because we don't feel appreciated. We don't feel loved. We don't feel cared about. The only woman that truly loves a man is his mother. I didn't have my mother. She was a deadbeat. She never was around. She chose her man before me and my sister. I have never experienced true love from a woman, ever. I've never felt that in my life. My mom never gave that to me. So I will walk around and be angry at the world because I didn't get to experience the normal things regular families got to. Another thing, growing up, my parents, my dad and my stepmom will always ask me, when are you going to get a girlfriend? You're going to die a virgin. But what they fail to realize is you have to have swag. You have to have a sense of style. Because when I try to even look good, I'll try to go buy Jordans. My dad will get angry and say that I'm wasting my money. But what he failed to realize is you need this, you need those things, you need to look good for women. I can't look like a bum. I looked like a bum my entire school. The whole entire time I was in school, I looked like a bum. Especially high school. I had holes in my sweats. Any girl that I liked did not like me back. They thought I was weird. I had very low self-esteem. But I quickly came to realize nobody gives a fuck about a boy or a man when they are sad. They don't care about you. Nobody cares about me or how I feel, or as a man, they don't. They only care about you when you are dead. You get your first flowers at your funeral as a man. I used to get so jealous. I'll see my sister get in and out of relationships. And my dad and my stepmom would be like, your sister got a... Well, she's a girl. It's easier for her to get a relationship. It's not easy for me. It wasn't easy. When women have this super high expectation of men, unrealistic standards. This is why a lot of men in today's society are not approaching women. 50% of men have not approached a woman in over a year. That says a lot. Because women, they want a man to go their own way. I don't need a man. I'm independent. I don't want a man. I'm independent. That's what they kept saying. So this is what I got to say to all the simps and young men out here. Stop showing these women attention. I wonder how they would feel if they got 0 replies, 0 hearts, and 0 attention for 1 year straight. A woman tried to be a man, and she killed herself after because it was so detrimental to her mental health. Try being that for your whole life. Even when I was a kid, I never got any compliments or anything from anyone. My sister would get so many compliments. But me, they'll look at me and walk right past me. That's where my suicidal ideations and my homicidal thoughts came from. Because I felt like if I can't have any attention or any love or be showed anything, I should just end my life so I won't have to feel the pain and misery. I am not an incel, so don't even comment that and don't even think that. Because I've had girlfriends. I am not a virgin. I lost my virginity at 21 years old. I'm not a virgin. But it is damn hard to find a decent woman out here. A lot of these women are so consumed with social media and trying to show out for anybody else that the man that they so-called are looking for, where are the good men at? Y'all rejected them. They're in your DMs and you're ignoring them. And some of these women, they missing out on their blessings. That man that you rejected could have changed your whole life. But you're so caught up in looks and how tall a guy is that you look past a man that's maybe 5'8", 5'7", he could change your life. I'm 6 foot, 195 pounds. So I'm within the height range. And I have had women approach me and ask for my number and call me very handsome and attractive. But that's only when I was in a relationship. As soon as I'm single, nobody shows me any attention at all. Where a woman gets attention every single day. These women, most of them are narcissists. They're selfish, inconsiderate human beings that only care about themselves. You ask a woman what can she offer to the table, she gonna say, I am the table. Most of these women have fun body shaming a man, but as soon as you tell a girl to lose 30 pounds, it's the end of the world. You should love me for who I am, but you want a man that's 6'5". Makes sense. They're hypocrites. Make it make sense. It's so unfair. Then if a man even opens up about how he feels, we get made fun of and told the man up. This is why a lot of men are probably around here angry at the world because it's unfair. And I ain't saying becoming an incel is bad, but I kind of understand. What Elliot Rodger did was so unacceptable. Killing innocent people because you couldn't get a relationship and you was a virgin is unacceptable. But I understand why he felt like that. Y'all women wondering where the good men are at, y'all reject them. They're not cute enough. They're not handsome enough. They're not tall enough. They don't make enough money. I am so fucking lonely. But I'm so used to being lonely that it just feels regular now. It feels regular. And I ain't saying women are obligated to be with a man, but it's unfair. Some men die alone. Some men go their whole lives without even getting a compliment. Some men go their whole lives without even getting a hug from a girl. And a lot of people tell me to let things go. But I used to get laughed at by girls. I used to get made fun of by them. And I held grudges for a long time. It's unfair. But it's the way life in society is as a man. You're not loved until you're dead. Then when you die, in a month or two, you're forgotten about forever. And that's it. A man isn't... I learned that a man isn't going to be loved. A man doesn't get love unless he has value. And if you don't have value as a man, then you're going to fade away and you're going to be in the darkness. You're going to feel so depressed and so miserable. To one day, your brain just overloads and you decide to get your gun, pow, and you just kill yourself. That's what happens. So please, appreciate yourself while you're here. And if you're a man, work hard on yourself and don't put your all into these women because they ain't even going to put half the effort into you. Junebug is out. Peace.